Welcome to Enchanted Magic, everyone. I'm glad to see you. Tonight we're going to be talking about ways to save time on your Disney World trip. In case you don't know us, I'm Jeremy.
I'm Dawn.
And we are Disney World enthusiasts, and we go there like every month. We're not local. We kind of wish we were, but we're not. So we fly down there about once a month, do all the things, video it, talk to y'all about it. So we want y'all to come into the chat with us and talk about some things that'll save you time at Disney World. But hang on a minute. I know you're about to click off. Don't, hang on. I got to show you something. I got a back cramp. Hang on.
Oh.
Look what I got. New Crocs. Woo! Okay. Let's talk about ways to save time at Disney World and quit messing around. Do not click off the video. Okay.
Don't do it.
Here's what's going to the agenda. Let me give y'all the end. But feel free to chat. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. The whole thing. You can watch it later. In fact, let me know if you watch it later. Type in replay in the comments because I like to keep track of whether people are watching live or later. So let's talk about ways to save time. And time is money at Disney World because you spent thousands of dollars to get there. You ready? Number one is lightning lanes. Do you always need them? No, you don't. But if you're going on like a once a year or once every 5-year trip, you probably want to get those lightning lanes, and you need to research all about the lightning lanes because what will happen is you'll get there, you'll forget to look them up, you'll forget whatever, you'll only get 2 or 3 rides in, and then you'll complain because you didn't get your money's worth. But in reality, you can get 10 or 15 lightning lanes and ride like everything in the park. So I need you to research the lightning lanes. I need you to
Watch the videos.
watch some videos that we've made, other people have made, everybody's made. Don't click off the video. I see y'all coming in. Good to see y'all. I'm Jeremy. This is Dawn. You're watching Enchanted Magic. We're going to keep on talking about ways to save time at Disney World. So anyway, you want to look at the rides that get backed up the most, get those booked before your vacation. And if you can't get them, don't freak out because we have not got them. And as long as you'll refresh while you're there, you'll get them. It's no big deal. You can ride anything you want to do. So learn how to use lightning lanes and know kind of the best parks to use them in. Magic Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios are probably the 2 biggies. Mm-hmm. You definitely want lightning lanes for those. Sometimes you can get by at Epcot without them. And then some Animal Kingdom right now is a little different, but maybe get the single rider. So there's 2 different versions of lightning lanes, or actually 3. There's the rich people version, the premier lightning lane, and you're going to pay a couple $100. Most people's not going to buy that, but you'll get to ride everything without having to book anything. It's going to be like $350, $400. We're not going to talk about that one. Multi-pass is where you're going to get to choose 3 rides ahead of time, and then as you get on a ride, you can book another one. That's what most people use. And then single rider is for like the biggest attractions like Tron, Light Cycle Run, or the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, or Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. Those, sometimes you want to book just because you know you'll get to ride it and not have to wait in a super long line. So research and watch videos. It'll save you a ton of time, especially on a busy, busy day. Number 2, I'm going to need you to pre-plan your meals, your food, that sort of thing. Because at lunchtime, you don't want to sit down that you don't waste your day
eating,
just sitting around. And I'm not saying you might need a break here and there, but we've made the mistake and learned from us. You'll sit down for lunch and 2 hours will pass and it'll be like, man, we missed a lot of stuff because we sit
thinking that it was going to go by really fast.
Yeah,
and
it really don't. Mm-hmm. So our advice has always been for lunchtime, keep it simple. Take in some sandwiches, some Uncrustables, make you a PB&J and tote it up in the park. They'll let you take drinks and stuff in. Also on that, we're not talking about money tonight, but take your drinks into the park because instead of paying $6
for a bottle of water
or a Coca-Cola, not sponsored.
You can get a whole pack.
Yeah, you can get a whole pack for the same price. Just tote them up in there like you own the place. You know what I'm saying? So that would be a tip. Number 3, this is a big one for me personally. It almost brings a tear to my eye. Make a list and a schedule of things you gonna do, and also prioritize things that you got to do.
Yes.
So, like if you have got to meet Mickey Mouse at Magic Kingdom, put it on that list, and then kind of have like your big core things, like we've got to do this no matter what, and then have some stuff you would like to do, and then have some stuff like if we get this, it's fine. Like most people I'd like to go over to Tom Sawyer Island, but if we run out of time, whatever. Let the raft sink. You know what I mean? So,
And it kind of helps to get like the whole group, like the whole family or whatever together and be like, hey, what is the 1 or 2 things that you really, really want to do?
right. Beatrice, what you want to do? You want to ride on Tiana's, okay?
You
Little
know.
Larry, you? I want to ride Small World. Okay, Small World it is. And Lucille, what do you want to do? Okay, you need to meet a princess. All right, so let's write that down. So have you a list? You probably don't need to be as detailed.
He's a king of lists, though.
Now, I'll have a schedule planned out.
The times that we
and
get.
and a backup to the backup. So that if something runs over, all right, this gets moved to day 7, and then we move over. The moon phase will change to full. Okay.
Y'all think he's kidding, but
You need a list.
you do need a list.
You got time. Make the list. Next, should be the biggest one on the list, and if you've watched this for very long, you will know that this is a biggie. Get to the park early.
Yes.
And stay late. Honey child, let me tell you, you need to be there about 30 minutes before it opens in the front of the line to get to whatever ride or wherever you're going to go. There ain't no running in Disney. I will blow the whistle at you if you do it. We're not going to be running in Disney. But anyway, we're going to speed walk like this. It's what you, like a Teletubby going down through there. What y'all know?
Y'all don't know nothing about
I'm going to need you to speed walk to the first ride early. If you get there 5 minutes after early entry, you might as well just not even show up.
Yeah.
Just stay at the house.
No, don't.
But you know what I'm saying. You can ride so much stuff, and every time we do it, I'm amazed at what we can do in the first 2 hours or so. Mm-hmm. And then after fireworks at Magic Kingdom, there's a lot of stuff you can do. Take your break in the middle of the day if you need to take a break, but be there early, be there late.
Take a break in the middle, yep, and then come back.
That's right.
Make sure you come back.
Yeah, don't leave.
Because you got to watch the fireworks.
Yeah, you done bumped your head. All right, let's talk about some park snacks.
Park snacks.
You got to take your Fig Newtons. You got to take
your chips of choice, whether it's Our Child Loves Cheetos.
You don't, in Florida, need to take anything chocolate.
No.
It'll melt. It'll look like you done stank up your pants. So take Fig Newtons. We love those. You can take Uncrustables if you take a little cold pack.
Get you an ice pack because they don't allow you to bring coolers with ice in it. I have read that somewhere. You cannot have, you can't fill up your cooler with ice and take it in, but you can have ice packs. So definitely take ice packs to keep your. Now I will freeze bottles of water.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You freeze your bottles of water.
Let me talk about water for a minute.
Okay.
And this is something we need to do.
Oh.
I'm really considering a change.
Okay. Are you okay?
You ready for this?
Uh-huh.
I just ate my Captain D's and I have drank my Coca-Cola.
Okay. He got his second win.
I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm not happy because his computer acted up. It wasn't the computer.
That's why we
were
late. Anyways.
You can get free water at about any quick service restaurant. And during the summer, they'll keep a tray of it out. So what I'm thinking, to save weight, we take in either a bottle of water or a sipper. What do you call it? Like an adult sipper.
Like a thermos?
Thermos.
Okay.
And then we just refill it with the free waters throughout the day. And then we don't have to tote in like a dozen waters.
It's true.
And it's already got ice in it. I'm gonna try that one. But anyway,
True.
They'll have free water on a tray. If you don't see it, you can ask for it. And it's just in like a little cup. You can get as much as you want because they don't want people falling out. So I'm gonna start testing that.
That's kind of smart.
I think that might be a good theory. My next point, I hope I hadn't lost y'all. The energy went down just a little bit.
It's okay.
And Dawn did not back me up.
I'm sorry. Oh, I am wearing my Halloween stuff because it's almost Halloween spooky
I just got
time.
this shirt in. I bought it used off Facebook for $40. And it's
and that's cheap considering how much he usually pays.
Yeah, these Roosevelts are
They're like
what?
$75, $80.
So, all right, next
Anyways,
point.
Next thing.
You confused me.
I got off topic.
Research the wait times weeks, months, years in advance, and know that, during the day, here's what happens. Let's just talk about Magic Kingdom. Let me tell you all about Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay. Pirates in the morning, all the way up to almost 11 o'clock, you can basically just walk on that thing. You can smell the pirate water, the chlorinated bromine in its holiness. And also, after afternoon time, let's say, it's according to the exact day of the week, but let's just say an hour before fireworks to the end of the park day, most of the time you can walk on it then. That's a good thing to know.
Good thing to know.
You got something like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, you're never going to walk on that unless you get there in the morning early. I've done it, and I walked right on that thing. All right.
Or late at night, because
There are websites you can go to, and it'll give you all the research data of when and what, but that'll confuse you probably. If you'll just get on the My Disney Experience app, get that app downloaded.
Just get very familiar with it.
I get on it because you got to use it while you're there. I get on it all the time, and just you can randomly look at wait times and say, you know what, next week at this time, I'm going to be in Magic Kingdom. Let me see what the wait times are. Ooh.
He's on it probably more than...
I might need a Lightning Lane booked for Space Mountain at 1 p.m. It's looking sketchy. So I booked my Lightning Lane for 1 p.m. You'll just know if you look at it enough that you know, like, when stuff's going to back up, when stuff's not going to back up, and that sort of thing.
And watch videos, too.
And you got to have a backup plan. Let me tell you all
about
about this.
Have a backup plan.
I bounced up in that Kingdom of Magic one morning. Boom, chicka, chicka, boom, boom.
He went by himself.
And, yes, I did. And straight to Peter Pan I went to find out
it was broken.
Peter Pan had broke his leg. So I did a quick flip. Woo!
Because he had a backup plan.
You go over to Winnie the Pooh, or you go to even Small World, or wherever you need to go. You do something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting any sort of comments in the chat tonight.
Nowhere.
No amens. Nobody's talking about their trip to Disney World.
Nothing.
Nobody's listening to us.
Upcoming trips.
I showed
trips. Off. Please don't throw that shoe.
I showed off my new Crocs. Do y'all see that? We don't get any sort of an affiliate money, but these are currently on sale for $30 on the Crocs website.
And he got him and our daughter a pair.
What's this?
What's this?
A Croc is everywhere. What's this?
What's this?
I like my underwear. What's this?
What's this?
I have a Croc in my hand. What's this?
Okay, we don't need to say what's this anymore. Oh, goodness.
Y'all see how fun I like to be, and she just pops me in the head every time. I'm getting a new co-host. Bring in the cat.
Bring in the child.
All right, here's my next point. Enough of this foolishness.
Enough.
You're going to need to be on the My Disney Experience app, as we've said before. But here's not the rides. You need to know the times for the parades, the cavalcades, the stage shows. Let me tell you right now, they have got the stage tore apart, under construction. There's no stage shows happening. Why? They're preparing it for Halloween season.
Spooky season.
So,
I'm excited.
let me click back over here.
Super duper excited.
Here's my last point, and then I'll get to the questions y'all sent in. I about burped right in the microphone. Thanks to this. What's this?
You're shaking it all in.
Use the high wait times to your advantage. What do I mean by that, Jeremy? Well, let me tell you. I mean, if everything's backed up, it's the middle of the day and it's hot, you are about to blow out a kidney. Go shopping. Go to Carousel of Progress. Go to Mickey's PhilharMagic. Go to the Tiki Room. Go get you a Dole Whip. Go get you a beignet. Go to Small World. Small World, even for a little teeny part of the day, will back up to like 45 minutes, so you can't even go there. Go to Storybook Circus. Yeah, People Mover usually don't back up maybe 20, 30 minutes in the middle of the day.
Did you just say Carousel of Progress?
I did say that.
Sorry.
Thanks for listening.
Okay.
Go to the Emporium and browse around.
Go to the laugh comedy show. The
Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. Talk to Mike.
He's funny. Y'all should see the video that he got me.
We got a flash goal. What does that mean?
I don't know. Oh.
What is that? It told me. Don't do that, please.
Okay.
Later. So anyway, use the high wait times to know that you can go to Carousel Progress anytime during the day, and it's a 5-minute wait. You can go to Mickey's PhilharMagic. You can go to Tiki Room, any of that stuff. And there will be basically, the only wait's going to be, to the next show, but they just continuously roll shows. So do that, or go back to the hotel. I had rather you stay till lunchtime, go to the hotel for 2 or 3 or 4 hours, take a nap, get the kids happy, get in the swimming pool, whatever you need to do at the hotel, get rested up, and then come back and stay till 10 or 11 o'clock, because from 8, 9 o'clock to the closing, the wait times are going to drop like a rock.
And I'm going to tell you that last hour after the fireworks show is the time to go ride some stuff, because everybody's leaving.
If you go a lot,
not
to the bathroom, but the Disney World, and you don't mind missing the fireworks every now and then. Now, we still go every time because we want to see them. But you can get on a ton of stuff right at fireworks time.
Mm-hmm.
And here's my tip. Pro tip. If you get on a certain rides at the right time, let's just say Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Now, this would have to be timed exquisitely. But you could see the fireworks as you're coming over the big hill, and I've seen videos, it's very cool. If you get on the Astro Orbiter, you can see the fireworks, and it's very cool. If you get on the People Mover, it's cool. From the Speedway, you can see them. From Dumbo, there's a ton of things you could ride and still see the fireworks if you're not too worried about fireworks. Mm-hmm. I would suggest definitely see
the fireworks.
Where
do y'all try to stand for the fireworks?
All right, so here's our thank God.
Thank you for that question.
Yes. So we like to see the fireworks from about the middle of Main Street, because I like to see the graphics on the buildings, but that is not ideal.
Mm-mm.
So what we do, here's our plan of attack. As soon as the fireworks are over, we bolt into the Emporium and head down. Now, while they were doing construction, they wouldn't let you do this, but I think they're back to letting you do this now. Bolt into the Emporium and then head
all the way down.
Come out right at Casey's Corner. Mm-hmm. You're still going to hit traffic, but not as bad as you will on Main Street, where there's everybody's plowing into you.
Yeah.
And then we just fight through basically a little roadway and get back over toward either Haunted Mansion or make a lap and go back behind there and get behind the castle.
Yeah. That's our little trick.
I've never watched fireworks from the second floor train station, but I do want to do that.
I said that last time.
And I want to do it when I've got my big camera with us, so I can zoom and get a really nice shot without tons of people being in the way. So I'm gonna do that at some point.
I mentioned that to him last time, that I'd like to watch the parade and the fireworks show from up there.
We do fight for our life.
we do. And we have a stroller.
Yeah, so we take ankles out. But going through the Emporium is not too bad.
Yeah.
When you come out of that Emporium, you better hold on for your life for a little bit of ways. But I don't know. I guess if I wouldn't if you're facing the castle and you stood over toward Tomorrowland, which we've stood there before, and you can get Tink coming right over your head.
Good videos of Tink.
That's not a bad spot, because you can just basically turn around and head straight back into Tomorrowland.
But you're not going to see all the stuff that's on.
Yeah, you won't see the Main Street stuff. But it still was a nice show. Don't get me wrong. But one time we ended up stuck in the Haunted Mansion, and the fireworks started going off. So we were behind the castle,
right beside the carousel.
And again, if it's your one time going to Disney, don't do that. But it was neat to see how far back the big fireworks were going off. I mean, they're half a mile behind the park, and then the small ones are still going off up near the castle. I think it was on a live stream that we did, but we were there. It was pretty wild and
that's why the ground is always wet over there. They have sprinklers going during the.
So now I've seen some video, and now we've seen it in person. But I always wondered why at certain times of the day, you get back there around the carousel, and like the ground's always wet. You know what I mean? And I'd be like, what? Did somebody puke or what's going on here? One day we seen them fire up sprinklers on top of the building, and it was the stage show was happening, and they just shoot off a few fireworks, and that's just to make sure nothing catches fire. And I was like, well, that's where the water's coming from. That's pretty neat.
That was neat.
Pretty neat. Let me flip back over here. All right, here's the questions that got sent in. Beth has asked, how many days do I need at Disney World to do most of the things? My advice would be, and we're not any kind of planners and don't intend to be, but like 5 or 6 days would get you there, because I would suggest doing like 2 park days. You're going to be wore out.
Do a rest day.
Take a rest day, and I mean like a good rest day, just kind of hang around the resort, don't do much walking, and then maybe do 2 park days, and then you could even throw a Disney Springs day in there maybe or something. That would be my advice. Our first trip, we went for like a week, and it was perfect, even though I overdid it because I didn't know any better at the time. But the rest day really helps out, because, I mean, if you're really going to be there from open to close at each park, even if you take a little break in the middle of the day, you're going to be wore out. So I'd say 5, 6 days.
Definitely not a vacation in the sense of being relaxed.
How many rides can I realistically ride at Magic Kingdom in a day? We're a family of 3, Aria.
We are a family of 3, and we can ride.
We've rode them all.
Yeah.
But that is a very well planned out
Yeah.
early rope drop, along with lightning lanes, along with some individual lightning lanes, and just like banging it out. But you could, even on a busier day, if you got your head in the game, you can ride almost everything, if not everything.
And it also depends on the crowd and the.
But you got to be real. You got to hoof it.
Yeah.
You got to move.
Hoof it.
And I'm telling you, you get there early, you can bang out 3 or 4.
But the bigger ones.
Yeah, bigger rides. It's going to be back way up in a few hours right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And that my first visit, I'll never forget. I'm thinking, we're going to hit these parks. We're going to be laid back by the pool. We ain't far from the ocean. Little did I know, I was going to get a workout routine going on here. So
It's funny.
Anyway, it's
Definitely experience.
even on the days where we try to lay back, you still get wore out, because it's just way more walking and moving than you think.
Because our laid back days are not really laid back days. We kind of do Disney Springs on laid back days.
I don't think we've ever just stayed
no,
at
we've
the
never
hotel.
just stayed at the hotel at all.
I can't do it.
I can't either. I'm at Disney World. I need to be doing something.
How fast is mobile ordering? Can I pick my food up right when I order, Robert? It's pretty quick.
Typically, it's pretty.
Usually it'll give you like the times you want to pick up. It might be 10 minutes or something. So what I'll do, you can put it in, and then you got to click when you're there. And sometimes it won't let you click that you're there till you get so close to it. But as soon as it'll let me click, I'm here, I'll click it. And then usually within like 5-ish minutes, it'll say, come get it. So that's how I do it.
Ooh.
One time we walked past, when we got them beignets, we walked past Columbia Harbor House.
Oh, yeah.
I went ahead and clicked with here. And then on the way back from the beignets, it was
already ready.
It's
Yep.
ready, so it worked out perfect. Tell me about the laundry facilities at Disney hotels, Dina.
I love them. We use them about every single time we go. Now, I don't have the app. Did you download the app on there? There's a QR code on each one of the little laundry things that you can scan. You do everything with mobile. You put in your card and all that kind of stuff, and then I think if you download the app, then you can save all your information on there. I don't do that. I just scan that QR code and it takes me to the thing. You pick your number. It's the whatever that. I mean, like I said, we always wash our clothes at the laundries. They're numbered, and all you do is just click the little number that you're in, and it tells you how many more minutes you have. We
And
take
like,
the little single packets.
I don't know of any laundry problems. Like we've been eating or something and it's done, and we'll leave it in there for another 20 or 30 minutes. Like, it's not like somebody's that I know
I don't
of
think anybody's gonna
that's going
steal
to mess
your
with your
stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
So
Give me a sample day for a full day at Animal Kingdom. I don't know whether to stay there all day, Ryan.
a sample day.
If I was going to stay there all day, I'd early rope drop, flight of passage, As soon as I got off there, I'd walk over to Navi River. It won't be no wait. As soon as I got off there, Kilimanjaro Safari don't open till 8:30, so go get in that line. It won't take long. And then when I got off there, I go to Expedition Everest, and honestly, that's all the
big stuff.
Yeah, dinosaur you can ride, except for the very middle of the day. It's going back up to like 30 minutes. You could go on to dinosaur and ride it, and basically you're done as far as rides go.
Yes.
Now, that's only a small part of it. There's tons of trails. There's the conservation station. You get on this train, you go out there, you can learn how to draw characters, you can meet some goats, you can see where they take care of the animals. That would take up probably an hour.
Yeah.
Then you can go down the Gorilla Falls Trail. Let's say that takes another 30, 45 minutes. Then there's the shows. You got Festival of the Lion King. You got the Nemo show. You got the Birds in Flight. All that take up a couple hours by the time you do it all. If you eat and do all that, that's your whole day. You know what I mean? Like,
it's definitely doable. Like,
yeah. But if you need to get in and get out, then bounce up in there, hit
do what he said.
Yeah, Flight of Passage, Navi River, Kilimanjaro Safari, and Expedition Everest, and roll
bounce.
up out. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, if you're going to make it a day because you definitely need to see those shows.
Oh, yeah, that's some of the
Those
best
are
shows.
some of the best ones in the whole. I love them.
Yeah. And you could still see a show or two and be out of there by 12 or 1 if you play your card. Do what I said, but you got to get there early. Or you got to get the single pass for Flight of Passage, either one, because it's going to back it up.
And see, I feel like Animal Kingdom is always under, like, people always kind of push it to the back burner. It's one of my favorites. I love Animal Kingdom. Joanna loves Animal Kingdom as well.
Give me advice. We just talked about this for finding a good. Oh, we talked about fireworks. Give me advice for finding a good parade spot, Lisa. I got mixed reviews on this. You can go to Frontierland. You can find a good spot, but to me, Frontierland does not feel very magically paradey.
Yeah.
But you get to see them right when they come out of the gate. What people don't realize, they'll say there's a 3 o'clock parade. It's going to come out way over near almost Tiana's. It's going to be like 3:30 or even longer before it gets to the end of Main Street. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you're in front of the castle, it takes probably 15 minutes for it to get over there. But if you want, like, in my opinion, the best spot would either be right around the castle hub. You'll see them coming towards you, go around the little circle. Or if you, one of our first trip, or my first trip, at the very end of Main Street, they hang a left and go over toward Town Square and then go around toward the train station and then back.
You can get right there.
If you can get right there, they're coming straight at you. That's like, I got a video I put out of it, but that's the best view. I mean, they're coming straight down Main Street. You got the castle in the background. Perfect. But now just know people will snatch a weave out to get that spot. They'll be pushing and shoving and all that. So get there for that particular spot early. Don't give up your ground.
You know, do your space.
Don't step off. Don't what because somebody's gonna jump right in that spot and
then you've lost it. My new favorite is right at the end. Like I like it like right at the end.
There's usually not a crowd there, and they're kind of going through the gate into the back.
That's been my new favorite.
Yeah. Hang on.
Of course, like you said, right there at the hub at where that turn is. That was probably some of the best videos that we'd gotten too right there as they were coming around.
The castle's right there in front of you. It's pretty neat.
So it just depends.
Do I have to have a park ticket to eat at a character dining location inside Epcot Everly? Yes, you do, Everly. You cannot go in there and eat unless you got a park ticket. And I think a lot of people don't understand that from what I see on these Facebook groups.
And there has to be a park ticket involved.
What time do buses start running in the mornings, Gail? I think they advertise 45 minutes before early entry, but most of the time, I think they do it even a little earlier than that. So let's say Animal Kingdom early entry is 7:30, then they're going to start rolling at 6:45-ish, maybe 6:30, just according to, I guess, what's going on.
And maybe the hotel you're at.
Yeah. Give me your honest opinion, bus versus Skyliner versus monorail, Emma.
Depends on where you're going.
Yeah, so overall, most dependable, bus.
Yeah.
we've been on the Skyliner and it'll break down and
You be
you'll
sitting
stop
there.
for 5-10 minutes. No, it's not like every time. The monorail can get really packed and like it'll roll up and open up. Nobody gets off and it's
And
like
they're all staring at you.
I'm going to have to stand up in this man's lap right here. But as I get over Earl, the bus. If you're at a value resort, get on the bus,
Yeah.
and it is no problem.
But also know that some of the hotels, if the Skyliner or monorail are available, they may not have buses running to.
Right. So, like, if you're staying at Pop Century, you're not going to take a bus to Epcot.
You have to take the Skyliner.
And we got some tips on that. Like, either get to the line in the morning early, or let that crowd die down because it will back up and it'll go quick.
I was gonna say, yeah, it does go.
They're
fast.
gonna put you in there with stranger dangers, people you don't know in the morning because it's so
and
packed.
It's awkward.
It is awkward because you know what I mean.
Because you're trapped in this little thing with other people that you don't know.
Yeah.
Like. Anyways.
Do I have to have a magic band?
No.
No, not necessarily. That you.
It's
could,
easy.
You could use your phone as long as you set it up.
Or a card. Bands are just easy.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're just.
And we finally
you
broke
stay
down and got the magic band pluses.
If you stay at a Disney resort, you can even set it up to like charge to your like you go to the Emporium. Boop. I'll take all that. You're gonna be in trouble later, but it'll charge it to you card. I have 2 park days. Which 2 do I choose?
Which 2 parks?
They saying which?
Oh, mine would be Magic Kingdom and probably Epcot.
Yeah, that would be my personal. But if I had kids with me, I might would swap that to Hollywood Studios. You couldn't go wrong either way, Epcot or Hollywood Studios.
But and definitely Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, definitely Magic Kingdom. And once Animal Kingdom gets some Encanto stuff going, that's going to throw that back into the mix a little more. How does rider swap work?
Ooh. We do rider swap on Tron and Guardians of the Galaxy. And what you do is most of the time we have lightning lanes and we just go, we scan in. I mean, even if you don't have a lightning lane, you can go, and once you get in there, they go through the queue with you. And then before they put you on the ride, you'll let the first person go, and then they're going to take you to, I think it's where they keep like the wheelchairs and like all the other like all the wheelchairs and stuff. They'll keep it stored back there. You go and you'll wait back there, and then after that person gets off, they'll meet you there, and then you actually just get to jump to the front of the line, and they'll put you.
It's pretty simple.
It's really easy. And if you don't know, you can always ask the people at the front. So, I don't know what that is, but thank you.
That is very neat. One day, I swear I've got to sit down and learn about TikTok because other than just going live and talking to people, I don't know how some of this stuff works.
They sent us heart hands.
And we're awesome. That's neat.
Thanks. We're going to learn.
Yeah, we're going to learn the TikTok. That was all the questions that got sent in.
Okay.
But in all joking aside, saving time at Disney is pretty simple as long as you got a good game plan and you know the My Disney Experience app pretty well. And if you do go with Lightning Lanes, just as long as you generally know how to use them, you know what I mean. You book your 3. As soon as you scan into the first one, you can book another one and just. No matter, even if you don't get what you want, I promise you,
just get something.
If you'll get on there and just keep refreshing it throughout the day, somebody will either cancel or not show up,
or they add more times.
Yeah, they'll add more, and you'll get it because we've done that I don't know how many times, and it works out. So, but I still think, like from what I've seen, the number one thing is if you will get there early, you can ride multiple big rides that are going to be like an hour wait in the middle of the day right out of the gate and just have them.
But
so
again, have your plan.
And another thing at the end of the night, sometimes they'll kind of elevate some wait times to make people not get in line. Basically, I've seen people, it might say 30 minutes or something, or 45, and it's a walk on, but they just don't want to be stuck there for 2 hours after park close, or you know what I mean. So you can kind of gauge. if you don't see many people standing around and say, you know what, this might be quicker than they got posted.
And it usually is, especially at the end of the night.
Yep. We'll be back in Disney Father's Day weekend. And I'm curious to see, it's going to be hot. So
It's going to be hot.
I got to get us a game plan together for all that.
Because we haven't really, we went that beginning of October that time, and it was pretty warm. But
if things work out like I'm planning, we'll be there for the first night of the Not So Scary Halloween party. And we're going to live stream and video and then put videos together afterwards and all that. I know there's 3 new treats. There's some kind of little ghost trail thing that's new. I can't remember what all else, but the tickets released today to hotel guests, and then they'll release next week to everybody. But
Mickey and Minnie will be in their Halloween together
this
time instead of just Mickey.
But hopefully we'll be there that opening night, and then we'll be there right before Halloween. But the problem is, as far as content goes, if we're there right at Halloween, well, nobody really wants to watch it. They want to watch Christmas stuff a few days after Halloween. So, but this way we'll be able to show all the new stuff.
And then
we'll
he'll have time to put out content before.
It'll be neat.
We're excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot. In my head, I'm kind of planning on like getting there early, stay until maybe 11, 12 when it really turns up the heat. It's gonna be humid the whole time, I know, but and then maybe just go back to the hotel, swim around, do whatever, because our daughter, I know, is not going.
She doesn't do heat very well.
It's not going. So, and then come back evening time, and hopefully, speaking of that, she's wanting to come in here.
Oh,
if you want to tell them to,
I'll have to let them know they can send her in.
Yeah, midday naps is the way to go.
Oh yeah.
The what always happens to me though is we'll go back for midday nap, and then Joanna will be like, I want to get in the pool, I want to do this, I want to go to the arcade. So we'll end up doing all that stuff and not
resting.
Yeah, and then back at it.
But she's like him too. She just wants to go, but doesn't really want to be in the heat. Oh, here she comes. You want to come be in our live for a little bit?
Wait, how I get through?
You're gonna come right here. Hang on. You're gonna come in the front. Just don't hit this, okay? You're gonna sit. Okay.
Ta-da.
Hi.
You smell like crayons.
You do smell like. Did you eat one?
No.
You can tell everybody, hey.
Hi.
We're on TikTok.
You're on TikTok
and on YouTube.
And YouTube.
Yeah. Can you tell them what you like about Disney?
Look, they said, hey, girl, hey.
They say, hey, girl, hey.
So my favorite thing at Disney is
Oh. There's so much in there. There's so much.
The rides.
You like the
and
rides?
everything
Yeah.
else.
Which ride?
What's one of your favorite rides?
Haunted Mansion. Barnstormer.
Yep.
Big Thunder Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Astro Orbiter.
They're putting it back
Rite
together.
of Passage.
Yep.
Um,
You just like them all, don't you?
I like all of them.
Tell them what you like about Animal Kingdom.
I like it because they have a bunch of rides.
Yeah, but tell them, what are you at? Are you a senior?
I'm a senior wilderness explorer. I'm a senior wilderness.
Look at those Crocs.
Those are cute. She went through and got all of her badges for
Yeah.
Senior Wilderness Explorer.
It's wilderness
And last
explorer.
year for Halloween, she dressed up as a Wilderness Explorer, so that was fun. What do you think about this year? What do you think?
Good.
She wants us to do Star Wars. She wants us all to dress up as some Star Wars characters.
Yeah.
Oh, Pluto has a new meet and greet location in Animal Kingdom
Oh, where was he?
I don't know. He's at the Oasis now, which is like go past.
I don't remember him being
It
I
said he
remember
was-
Donald and Daisy.
It said he was over near them somewhere.
Oh, okay. But yeah.
What do you need to?
Oh, look, they gave us some glasses.
Oh, that was cool. I gotta figure out how to do all that.
That's neat. Thank you. Thank you for the shades. I think that's what it's called. Oh, sunglasses. What is wrong with your elbow or your shoulder? Don't move like that. You gonna hit everything.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to, and that is, it won't happen. I don't think on this June trip, but they should be releasing information about this nighttime parade soon. And rumor is it's gonna start like early July, so that'll be fun to see.
Mm-hmm.
And the Astro Order's being put back together.
Daddy's got a crown.
Astro Order's
These
being
are
put
fun.
back together. I think Space Ranger spin. When do they start? Is it August?
I think you said something about at
I
August.
can't remember. I will be very curious to see or how to play it or ride it, whatever you call it, when it gets going again, because it's gonna be fun.
I'm excited. Somebody's sending us something.
Yep, pretty cool.
Get up in there. Can you read it? No. Tell them you are out for the summer. School is over.
I'm out for the summer and my school is over. Except the grandchildren.
We homeschool, and she
Yeah.
goes to co-op a couple of days a week.
Yeah.
So we are finished. We've been out for a week, almost a week now, right?
Yep.
You know everybody can see you doing that. She was-
Yeah.
Oh Lord. I guess we'll get off here, and we'll be back next Thursday, and we'll have a little podcast that comes out Monday. I'm still going through a bunch of footage from our last trip or two, trying to put some stuff together. But let's see, what do we got? About a month, a little less than a month, and we'll be back there to see how. Oh yeah, I agree. There's a ton of learning possibilities, especially like Animal Kingdom and stuff. Oh, I forgot, when we go next time, the Little Mermaid and the Villain Show will be out. So that'll be
I'm
fun.
so excited
Me
for
too.
the
That'll be
village
fun.
show.
All right, we'll get off here. Y'all have a good evening. We really appreciate y'all watching. We'll figure out TikTok better as we go, but
We're still learning.
we
Yep.
appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all soon.
All right. Say bye.
Bye.